everyone, it's Bree. I'm back with another scrapbook process video for SpiegelMom Scraps, and I'm showing you the sketch by Susanna Lee, who is also a design team sparkler for SpiegelMom Scraps. This is the July sketch, and it's up in the Facebook group that we have. It's called 15 Minutes to Scrap with SpiegelMom Scraps. So it is a sketch challenge, so if you play along with this sketch, don't forget to submit your project onto the Facebook group, and I believe there is a prize. So I was super excited to see this sketch for July. I wasn't able to participate in June, so as soon as I saw it, I was like super thrilled because I love to scrapbook with a lot of circles. So this got me to be able to get out my circle bunches, and I'm also using my How to Kill a Kit with Style July kit. And yeah, so I just started creating. So in the sketch, there are 3 separate places for photos, and I actually only opted to use one, and I am using this photo of it's a picture of my shave ice that I had got back in Hawaii from Matsumoto's, and it's my favorite flavor, and of course, I think it's just Matsumoto's. I think that's like the name of the mix that I would get. It's like one of their top 3. So yeah, so I had trimmed it out from the photo because it was like the bowl obviously is a circle shape, so I thought it would be perfect just to cut it out around it and just have one photo for my layout. So I'm basically just going through all of the pattern papers from my July kit that I had put together myself with my stash, and I'm taking all my punches and just punching out different sizes of pattern paper. I didn't really have an idea at this point. I was just punching a bunch. And now on the sketch, it's a bunch of circles that create one large circle with your title and your journaling in the middle. Now once you see me create this layout, my circle gets a little wonky, but I kind of end up fixing it, and then it still is a little bit wonky on the right side, but that's okay. I still love how it turned out, and yeah, and I hope you guys play along. All right, so I've punched all my circles out, and I'm just kind of going by the sketch, but then also not like sticking to it completely in regard to my punch circle placement. I'm kind of going with my whatever colors I punched, making sure that it's evenly distributed amongst my layout, just so I have enough coverage with, I guess, color-wise is what I'm trying to say. So I have like my the darker blues spread out evenly, and then I'll just work my way around those. Now, okay, so if you've watched my How to Kill a Kit with Style, like showing what my kit's like contents were, you do know that I am focusing in July on brighter colors and not the muted pastel colors that I usually scrapbook. Now you can look at my layout right now and see that Brianna, you totally pulled in a bunch of pastel colors, and I couldn't help it. Like, I do have the brighter colors, but I also could not help but pull in some of the mints and the pinks and the light, like the baby blues. I don't know. It just happened. Like, I think I just absent-mindedly like punched them out. I don't know. It's just funny. Like, I realized that when I was placing the circles. Like, wait a minute. Like, what happened to all your bright colors? Like, I ended up pushing a few of the circles like to the side of me, but it's okay. I still think that I had a variety of the brighter colors mixed with the muted tones. You know, it's like baby steps, right? Like, I can't completely just give them up. All right, so I am happy with how I have my circles distributed on my layout, and I'm going to go ahead and start gluing them down. And the glue in my little bottle is Scotch Tacky glue, and I just am using some white textured cardstock. I think I got this one at Walmart. Like, I have my Basil Marshmallow cardstock that I use, but I also have this set, or it's like a stack, and I think it was like $5 for 40 sheets. And this is what I use just for plain, just white. Like I'm not going to do any mixed media on it. All right, so I'm going to trim off some of the circles that just kind of hung over the page, and I love how this looks. So now see, you can see here, like on the bottom right, how it is not like a circle, like I kind of dipped a little bit. So I'm going to go through my embellishments that is in my kit, and I'm going to go ahead and try to bump that right corner up a little bit, so it's a little more like kind of an even circle, kind of. It's still a little wonky, but it's okay. And I think I'm just fussing. See, this is where I realized, like, okay, your circle here looks horrible. So I was trying to adjust, but I realized that that little cluster was completely glued down. So I just had to, make it work. And I found this, the label that I'm sticking down now, it's like a circle label. That is from, well, most of my July kit is a lot of Studio Calico product, but that was a specific one. And it says date, and I just added some of my tiny attacher staples to it. So just looking at that shave ice, oh, it looks so delicious. And I specifically picked this picture because it was a circle element, or it had a circle element in it, and I knew I could trim it down, as well as it did have bright colors. So it came out. It was like perfect for this layout. And then, okay, so I have these chipboard circles from my kit, and of course they're more of the pastel-y muted colors, but that's okay. It pulled it all together, especially because those colors are totally in my photo, especially that orange. So I thought I could totally get away with the orange, and why not pink? So one says Magical Ordinary Moments, and the other one says Tell a Story. And then I've got the exclusive puffy stickers there from the Hip Kit Club, and I'm going to go ahead and work on my title. Now these are Studio Calico Alphas, and my title is super easy. It's just best ever, because in our opinion, it is the best ever shave ice that we've had. Actually, I take that back. We did have some shave ice that was like natural ingredients and all like not, what's the word? Not like, it wasn't a sugar, like it was sweetened with like real fruit juice. Like they made it on site, and it was at the sugar mill. Gosh, where was it? It was like on the way to North Shore, but it was at a sugar mill, and it was, oh gosh, it was so delicious. But we still like Matsumoto's. And yes, the line is forever crazy, and it's full of tourists, and we didn't care. We would drive an hour just to get it. I mean, because, the boys loved it, and we would just sit outside and enjoy it in the sun. And, anytime family or friends would visit, we would take them up there. And it was just, it felt like a nice little getaway, but not really, I don't know how to explain it, but we liked it, and that's what we did. Okay. So back to my layout, I believe I added some flair that was exclusive to Studio Calico, and they were perfect because one was in like a lime green that had to do with like, the bright colors, and it said Wander. The other one was like a sun setting with waves, and then the other one was like a rainbow, so it was perfect. It was absolutely perfect. So I'm just gluing those down. I'm not adding any foam like tape to it. It was like a flat back, and so it laid completely flat on my paper. Like I didn't need to put a foam circle, to make sure that it didn't like not stick, basically. All right, so now for the fun parts, my sequins. I am using, now going, hand in hand with the brights, I'm using Belle's Fall, In the New Year, and All American. So I'm pulling the yellows, some of the blue, and then the whites from Belle's Fall. And then I believe I pull a few red ones from In the New Year, and then some blues and some gold stars, and like the bigger cupped sequins from All American. And I love All American. My goodness. Oh, and the July release for SpiegelMom Scraps, you guys have to totally check that out. Oh my gosh. She has some amazing sequin mixes, and I can't wait to share those with y'all. All right, so I'm gluing them down. I'm just scattering them. I knew right away when I saw her Susie's sketch challenge. Like I wanted to scatter my sequins around because that's like what the base was to me. With all the circles that was around on the page that create the the main circle. So I wanted my sequins to support that and to fill in any gaps and to be sprinkled on throughout my page. I love how it turned out. So I'm taking the colors and distributing them evenly. And I'm sorry, I'm kind of out of frame up at the top. I always get so worried because I have the layout so close to me that I end up cutting off the bottom that I kind of overshot it and cut off the top. So I notice it here in just a minute. I'll yank it down. There we go. So my title is Best Ever, and I'm going to, I think there it is, my T-square ruler. And even with the ruler, or even with like a paper trimmer, I still manage to draw my lines crooked and to cut paper crooked. I don't understand. I don't know if there's like a science to it or what, or I just lack skills in those areas. So I'm just adding journaling. In her sketch, it was adding, like, telling your story, you know, and not keeping it so short. So I did write a little bit, you know, as to why we love to go here and what it meant to us to go here and how much we loved it. You know, it's our memory, and it's what, you know, scrapbooking is all about, is documenting your life and great moments, even if it's like a bowl of shave ice. So, surprisingly, I didn't have enough space for the journaling, and I had to add some extra lines to keep writing. And I love how this layout turned out. This sketch was so much fun. I'm going to go back and try to do June, and hopefully we'll have that up in a video. If not, I'll try to do it in a layout share at the end of the month. I'm going to try to do those monthly to show y'all what I'm not able to make in a process video, but still be able to share what I've created throughout the month. So I just have the date, and I apologize that you see my head. I think it was the second to the last day of before we left for the mainland. And of course, I'm sprinkling some Heidi Shine, and off camera, I do some shimmers. It's before dawn. It's like a gray color, and there is my final layout right there. I love it. Don't forget to use my code Brianna15 to save you 15% off your next order. Thank you so much for watching, for commenting, and subscribing. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.